Yo, what's up, guys? We are in Philly, hanging out with my buddy JL, and we're going to the oldest street in Philadelphia, 1703 Elfreth's Alley. What's up, guys? This is Mike the Meanderthal, Q&A, AT, part 2. Let's do it. This is gonna be more rapid fire. The other one was more like longer, more descriptive answers. This time I'm gonna just like pow, pow, pow as best I can. I'm a very long-winded person. So anyway, special guest time. Da 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 da. Welcome, Amy Anderthal.
Hi guys, I'm Mike's sister.
This is Amy the Anderthal. So anyway, you have a question about the AT.
I do. As we were kind of hiking today, it's chilly out here in PA by the lake, and I was wondering, is it less enjoyable hiking in the cold?
Yes, I would say. Typically, it's less enjoyable, but it's like it's just a different environment.
I feel like it would be miserable.
it's just a different environment, and it's just the cold is it just requires more work, more effort. There's less ability to like relax, because when you're cold, you know, you're always tense if you're cold. So it's just about the you have to have the right gear, and with the right gear, any situation is totally fine. And that's just why warmer weather though is just easier.
All right.
So you would enjoy that one more. But yeah, thanks for your question.
Peace out.
Oh, and where are we, Amy?
Oh,
this is
we're at Lake Wallenpaupack by my house.
Yeah, Lake Wallenpaupack, everyone, and Amy. All right, let's see. Now, what do you guys got? Let's see. Rapid fire. Here we go. You ready? This one is going to come from Antonia. So, what were my 3 top moments during the trail? 3 top moments. Definitely one of my top moments is New Jersey, like almost the last day on trail last year. And I was doing that long meditation, and this coyote just came up over the ridge behind me. I like go turn to look. He's got this beautiful mane, like holy crap. At first I think it's a wolf because he's huge. He's a really big coyote with this beautiful furry mane. It's awesome. Bronze red, just beautiful. Anyway, and then he like came down, very majestic, very like, this is my turf. That was awesome. And then he like looked out over the ridge a little bit and went down. So that's like probably one of my top moments. Another top moment, late night walk at the Fontana Hilton. Fontana Hilton, clear skies, just like not a warm night, but just like nice, you know, a spring jacket kind of night. beautiful sky, clear sky. You can see all the stars. Hanging out. There's a little dock down in the dam. Laying down on there and being able to look up at the stars, seeing some shooting stars, hanging out with Indy, having some nice conversation. That was really awesome. And then I think another that stands out. I mean, the first thing that comes to mind is the Dragon Tooth. That day, hiking up to Dragon's Tooth was like one of the beginning periods of consistently doing really long hikes, being like 17 to 20 miles, and being able to do like, I think there was like 2 or 3 really like down up like multiple 1,000 feet traverses with the long ridge lines in between, and then that really challenging 5 to 7 miles before Dragon's Tooth going north. That was really like empowering and very fun, and then also just the view at Dragon Tooth is incredible. I had a really great sunset, and having that storm, there was a storm coming in, I could see it out in the distance, be like, oh no. And then like the anxiety of like, do I wait for Indy or not? It's just all very memorable. And then it starts raining and it's dark, and finally Indy shows up, and my decision to stay was validated. So that was just fantastic. Yeah, so those are the first 3 top moments that came to mind. And also from Antonia, when are you coming to Europe so we can hike together? Yes, so if anyone doesn't know, Antonia is a very good friend of mine. We met in New Zealand. She lives in France now. And yeah, Antonia, I'm gonna, maybe next year, on my way to India. I'll come by on my way to India. Let's do some Chris, what's up? Let's see. Where else on earth do you want to visit? Well, South America is one of them, and that's where I'm headed next. In just like 2 weeks, I'm going to go to Colombia, and then hopefully I'll find some time to travel around there. I want to hike in Patagonia. That'll be fun. I also have never been to Africa, so I would love to visit Africa. I've only been to Ireland, if you want to count that as part of Europe. No offense, Ireland. I don't really count as part of Europe. I mean, like, it's part of Europe, but like when people ask, have you been to Europe? People aren't thinking about Ireland. So I haven't been to mainland Europe, and that would be really fun. I also would love to do some hiking in Scotland, and I would love to do some hiking in Iceland. And also, some of that might be backpacking, if any of it happens at all. Who knows what direction my life is going to go in. Then we have some more from Eric. Haircut. No. I'm keeping my locks. I actually just got a haircut less than a week ago. And just to, like, I don't know, get some layering going on. Make it a shaggy look. Is it beautiful? Thank you. And the most awesome thing that you learned on trail: mushrooms, foraging for mushrooms, and being able to eat, learning different things that I could eat on trail, but specifically what mushrooms were edible, and being able to identify them and feel confident in eating them, but also being careful and not eating all of that that I thought I could, because some of them are like the milky caps and the chocolate milky caps specifically. I thought I could identify them, but definitely not enough experience comparing the mimicking mushrooms. So I didn't do those, but definitely chicken of the wood, turkey tail, hen of the wood, reishi mushrooms, black trumpets, all of those, man, really awesome. After the AT, will you ever be happy living in a city? No. But I knew that before the AT, but even more so after. I lived in Melbourne, Australia for 2 years, hopping around different suburbs and apartments there, and like, Melbourne's such an amazing city, amazing place to live, and it's also like a smaller big city, but even that, I just couldn't. It has a lot of green too, as far as cities go, a lot of green, but even that, after 2 years, I just like, needed to get away from it. So after that point, I knew city isn't for me, and I think the AT just broadened that even more, where I'm gonna have to probably live somewhere a little bit more rural, not even like suburb. That's probably not gonna work. I'm gonna need more space, more land, and be closer to nature. Cats or dogs? Well, that's a tough one. I grew up with 2 cats. I was always a cat person, but as I've gotten older, I've begun to like dogs a little bit more in general. And I don't know. I'm definitely hate to be a non-answerer is a word for this, but I'm gonna say cat and dog. Sorry if that's a disappointing answer. Highest and lowest points emotionally. Ooh, highest point. We're gonna do a sandwich here. High, low, high. So one of the highest points on trail. I did like a 26-mile day. From partnership shelter to whatever shelter that's like almost exactly a marathon distance apart. And so that was a really awesome high point. A low point, the Pennsylvania rocks. Pennsylvania rocks, low point. And then another high point is when it started getting cold and I was in Pennsylvania getting into New Jersey. I really really fun feeling that shift in temperature and seeing the shifting of sunset in that shorter amount of time, and just really feeling comfortable with it all, feeling comfortable in the cold, and just really enjoying being out there and doing it. That was just like, that was like being out there for 4 months and still just really enjoying it. That was really great. High point. What did you do on the trail you don't want your parents to know about? Bad question, Eric. Naughty, naughty. But let's see. I guess what I can say is, there's a lot of drugs on the trail. So like it's insanely prevalent, drugs on the trail, and everyone is so sharing and generous with their drugs. And let's just say I didn't partake much, but let's just say I didn't escape the trail clean. We'll leave it there. Settle down or more meandering? More meandering, but I've been meandering for nearly 7 years. In Southeast Asia and New Zealand and Australia and America. So I'm starting to get a little exhausted from it. So probably starting to slow down into settling, but that's still several years of like slowing down. Favorite food on the trail? Not town food. I definitely think my favorite food is the muesli mud and chia seed pudding with whatever different powder concoctions that I could make. Those 2 things were really great, and like maybe I can even boil that down just to the muesli, having that really awesome nut, seed, organic oats mix. That was just really nice and filling. It could be, part of a breakfast, or it could be a snack where I was just like, what, I just want to eat something right now. And I'm tired of bars, and I don't feel like eating dried fruit, and I'll just take a handful of that. You put some salt in it, or you just mix it with like some coconut oil and cinnamon, or some cocoa powder. It's just I could make it whatever I wanted or needed at the moment, and it just always it felt good and tasted good the entire trail. Completing the trail on the bucket list. Yes, it is, definitely. Not really a time period for it, but yeah, it's in my head and it'll be there until I finish it. So at some point I'll bang out, another like the 200 miles, or preferably I'll hike up to Canada or even into Canada. Best trail magic? It might be cougar related. maybe the Trail Magic I stayed at for 3.5 hours. Boxers or briefs? Definitely briefs. And I really like ex officio. I'm sure there's other really good ones, but I used ex officio and they held up very well. But yeah, so thank you everyone for your questions. Let me know, what do you like? That was like pop, pop, pop. And let me know, do you like the rapid fire answers, or do you prefer less questions with more description, more descriptive answers? So that's all from me. That's Q&A part 2, and you'll see more from me. I'm gonna make more videos. I'm going to Colombia. I'll make a video there. I'm actually going to be working at a farm, so I'm probably just going to be in one spot for like 2 to 3 months, and but I'll make some videos while I'm there, show what's happening. I'll show you guys Colombia, whatever I happen to explore and experience. I'm gonna make some recordings of it, and ideally in February I'm going to be hiking in the Patagonia mountains, some of it for a month, and I'll definitely be recording that and making videos of that. So thank you all so much for being with me as I hike the AT. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the year. Like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe, and share if you think they'll enjoy it. Let people know. All right, so long guys.